Hey guys, in this video I want to share a quick tip on how we can break through feelings of self-doubt. Now if we have a look at what self-doubt is, it's an insecurity or a fear that we may not be good enough or that we lack the ability to achieve our desired outcomes. Whereas the truth is though, self-doubt is nothing more than something we've made up in our mind out of not knowing how to achieve the goals we're looking to achieve. So the opposite of self-doubt is certainty of self or high levels of self-esteem. And this comes from having self-trust. Now, self-trust is derived from knowing we can follow through with our commitments. So for example, someone may have a large goal and they're focusing on in a year they want to be in the top physical condition. And that may seem overwhelming or daunting from the get-go because there's so much to do to achieve that 1 year task. And we can fall into self-doubt because we don't know how to go about it. And therefore we question whether we're good enough to be able to achieve the goal, when in actual fact it's just that we haven't really broken the big goal down into bite-sized steps. So anytime we have overwhelm or we're procrastinating, it's because we don't know what the steps are involved to achieve our desired outcomes. So therefore we get into doubt that we may not be able to achieve the goal we're after. So to achieve certainty in self, it's by knowing what the small steps are we need to take, where they're bite-sized, and we know we have the skill to achieve that bite-sized step. See, if we're doubting that we have the skill to achieve that bite-sized step, well then that's a great thing. We can learn, okay, that's a skill we need to acquire. Where can we go out and learn this skill? So it's also by following through with our commitments in these bite-sized steps. So when we know that we do have the skills, we do have the resources to be able to follow through and complete this bite-sized step, that's how we build self-trust. Self-trust comes from knowing we will follow through with our commitments. See, so many people will talk about things they want to do and they don't even commit themselves to following through with small baby step actions such as eating well for 1 week. Instead of worrying about 6 weeks being fit and healthy or 6 months or 6 years, start with just 1 week. Because 1 week of clean eating and exercising 2 or 3 times builds self-trust, saying, I know I am capable of doing this if I commit myself. When we know we're capable of following through with our commitments, that's how we feel good about ourselves, because we build up more certainty going, hey, I can do this. I did step 1, now what's step 2? And therefore the self-doubt dissolves and we increase our self-esteem, we increase our confidence to be able to tackle tasks that are required to achieve the goals we're after. So self-doubt is nothing more than overwhelm from too much information instead of breaking down into bite-sized steps what's actually required to achieve the goal we're after. And it's also, we dissolve self-doubt from following through with our commitments. Start with small things for yourself that you can set out to achieve them, then tackle the next big thing. Because if we can't follow through with the small stuff, how do we ever expect to be able to do the big stuff? So that's the quick tip for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on the subject and how self-doubt may have been a problem for you and how this may add some fuel into helping you think of other ways around it. Reach out if you need anything, and I'll see you in the next video.